Hey guys, Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz back again with another set review for Sword Art Alicization. Today I'm joined with Tyler, Brian, and Zach, and we're gonna take our swords online this week and delve into yellow, the most important color in Alicization. I'm just assuming it is because Alice is in the name, and I haven't seen the show. But anyway, we have this first Alice. She's Alice in the North Cave. When you play her, or when she's sent from your stage to the waiting room, you can pay 1, and if you do, you get to look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, put 1 of them in your clock, and then salvage a Fluck-like character. So it's kind of like this weird Ricky effect. When it dies, you get to mill 3 and choose which of those 3 go into your clock. Mm-hmm. So you get to choose your clock and then salvage anything from the waiting room.
Salvages any character, which is important, yeah.
And I really like that it mills the cards for... So you can, like, reveal a card you want, send it to the waiting room, and then salvage that card.
Yeah, that is a thing you can do. The fact that it's an effective mill 3.
It's a Ricky and it's a mill 3, but it's like it's not on play.
It is not on play, which is
that's kind of the drawback.
The biggest downside to this card. But yeah, I mean, overall, pay 1 plus is not horrible, even if it's on death, which unfortunately does make the card a little bit worse.
I wouldn't say not horrible. I'd say it's still good for sure.
No,
and it mills 3.
It's definitely a solidly playable card.
I'm just gonna give it a flat ol' B.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Can't really go wrong with that. What an easy way to start a video. There's so much contention, but that was very painless.
Moving on.
All right, Tyler, what's this next card?
Wait, who's ready?
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Unless you want to do it, Brian.
No, go ahead.
All right. This is Alice, ready for separation. Climax combo on reverse. If Declaration of Independence is in your climax zone, look at the top card of your deck, choose 1 Fluck-like character from it, reveal it to your opponent, put it in your hand, put any remaining cards on the top of your library, and until the end of your next turn.
Until the next
end of your opponent's turn, this gains the following ability. Once frontal attack, pop back to hand.
Look at it, ready to steal the Declaration of Independence.
What?
That's what the climax is called, Declaration of Independence.
What, is it really?
Yeah, it's so in the card effect right there.
Holy shit. She's literally...
what the fuck is this show?
She's literally Nick Cage. Oh my god. She's also Fate to Bear Aaron.
Not really.
Back to your hand when she gets attacked. Yeah, she's kind of like a shitty Aaron. You're right, Zach.
Yeah, she's a budget Aaron.
So she has to reverse, but she only gets up to 6k. And then when she reverses, she might plus off the top of your deck, and then she gets Aaron bounce.
I mean, it's probably a plus. It's just that the difference between this and Aaron is Aaron gets you a really good event, and this gets you a card you might be able to set, depending on what the rest of the set is.
Yeah.
You know what this is, Zach? This is what Aaron would look like if it were a fair and balanced card and not
it's completely
overpowered.
Garbage. 100%. Don't play this.
The cards worse than Aaron are unplayable.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, Aaron's like an SS plus. I think this is probably like a B. It's a good card.
In all seriousness, yeah.
It's not broken.
It's slightly better than those cards that just bounce to hand on when you reverse, like what we saw in Bunny Girl.
If you remove Attack on Titan from our thought process at the moment, this is a fine card.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a B- solely for the fact that it has to reverse when it only gets up to 6k.
I'm sure there's other ways to buff it up though.
Probably, but I mean,
the married life and stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah,
but then you have to rely
because
because
if you throw the married life down, it to 75. So
it just seems like a step back from what we've been getting.
Yeah.
Recently in terms of power thresholds, but it's still definitely a good effect for sure.
Yeah.
And it's on wind.
It is on
wind.
Wind.
Can't go wrong.
We do like wind.
Wind's always really good.
All right, let's talk about if that is my answer, Asuna. During your turn, for each of your other Avatar net characters, this gets 500 power, and it's a Musashi.
Notably, this is not Flucklight. This is
Avatar,
net.
I think.
This is net trait.
It's
It is
net.
No.
It's net.
solely net trait.
I mean, that's fine. You can still search it out because it's Avatar net.
Yeah, so this
You can search it out in a traditional Sword Art build.
Yeah,
Right,
regular
on the
Sword Art,
Flucklight
yeah.
build.
Yeah, you don't play this in Alicization. You play this because it's support for OG Sword Art.
Yeah.
The Ocean Turtle Asuna.
Oh yeah, I guess it.
Wait. Is that other blonde? Is that blonde girl Asuna?
That's Asuna, yeah.
Yeah, she's in
What?
disguise.
I'm
So
thinking
what,
I'm
does
the
she
only
have a
one here who
change or
hasn't seen it.
something?
Yeah, she changes from the 2-1. The Musashi changes.
Shall we go see that right now, or
Wait,
should we just do that
wait.
later?
No, we'll
There-
find it. We'll find it
There's
later.
a note at the bottom of this. Because this card's Japanese name is different from the text used to target character with Asuna in its name, it does not have Asuna for the purpose of those specific effects.
So it's not called Asuna. Is it called whatever? Is it called whatever Asuna called herself when she was incognito then, or?
Probably. So does that? I guess that makes it less compatible with OG Sword Art.
Well,
It's-
you can still search her off the trait. I just
Yeah,
think if it's something specifically checking for an Asuna character.
So it's like
it doesn't.
the Sleeping Knights brainstorm where it gives 1,000 and a level to Yuki's and Asuna's.
Oh, okay.
I
So
don't.
this would not get the power.
It would not get the power, I'm guessing, since it says that this isn't technically an Asuna.
I don't think that's super relevant, but I guess
I don't think that matters.
It is worth considering.
Yeah.
True.
Even from Japan, Carmen is giving us card descriptions.
So how for those of you two who have played Sao, like how good is this with Sao? Is like does Sao need Musashi or?
Yes.
I think this is a very solid supplemental finisher in a in a last shot build.
I think the thing Sao is really lacking is an off finisher. They don't really have a good one, and this is like Musashis are like the bread and butter off finisher.
Yeah, the closest thing they have is just the Clock Kick Leafa.
Which isn't a bad card, but
It's definitely good, but I mean that's often not in your colors too. Like the standby switch build generally is not running green.
Green's tough.
Green can be tough to fit in a deck depending what you're running. So having a yellow off finisher is really nice because yellow is very splashable.
I mean, the best part is Musashis just do stuff for free. They come down and if their attack gets canceled, then they potentially get to deal other damage with no.
Also, this one's getting to 10k or it's getting
12.
Plus to 12k, and it has like a change effect too. So maybe I don't know what the change effect does, but
We'll find that
maybe
later.
it's really good. I think just the fact that it's a Musashi, it's an off finisher in a set that lacks an off finisher. I think makes it like a B plus or like an A minus.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And I don't know. I don't know what I'd give it. It'd be one or the other.
I'm gonna give it an A
I
minus.
think I'm going to give it an A minus. I'm going to give it
I
benefit.
think it
of
depends
doubt.
how good the change is. You know,
Yeah.
Well, that'll come later.
it's a good one though. A good one.
All right, Zach, tell us about this, Alice.
It is Alice Brilliant Lady Knight. On play heal. Climax combo. Pay to discard a Fluke Light. Once a return, when damage is cancelled. Let me look back at the climax. If this wind is in your climax zone, you can pay the cost. If you do, mill 5, choose up to X cards in your punch waiting room, return them to their library, punch shelves to the library, and deal X damage to your opponent. X is the total number of soul icons from cards that were milled. So
I
you
really like
press,
that.
then you
Wow,
burn.
this effect
That's sick.
this is an adventure. This effect is an adventure.
That is a spicy one. I like it.
It seems decent though. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I don't like
I'm
though? The
excited
fact
to
that it's
start
on
this one.
cancel.
Oh yeah.
If it was like on attack or like on reverse, do it. I would like it a bit more because it's a
Yeah.
higher threshold. But this is like,
Waiting room to deck, and then they shuffle and you deal X damage. No, that's a solid effect.
Yeah, but is
It
that
is. It's
how
just
much
not very
better is it
reliable.
than how much better is it than just a normal Musashi and running another finisher on top of this? But then I guess at that point you could argue, well, you could run this and a Musashi. So I don't know. Maybe that's not a fair argument.
I mean, potentially decompress your opponent a couple cards and then ping for 1 or 2 is an extremely reasonable and potentially very strong.
So like you definitely swing with this first.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a really unique effect. I really like it.
I do too.
I do. It's just
I just don't.
I wish it wasn't on. I just wish it wasn't on cancel.
Yeah, I think it would be very, very good if it was on attack or something.
Yeah, I mean, if the effect wasn't on cancel, the cost would have to be a little bit higher for sure, I think.
And that's fine. I would rather have it be the higher cost personally, because I'm less likely to play this if I get in this set because it's on cancel, because that makes it less of a true finisher in that regard, because you can't count on it.
I guess. I mean, if the damage of the attack isn't canceled, then your opponent just ate 3 or 4, which is fine. It's Musashi logic, effectively.
Yeah. I just don't know if it's worth the climax.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
And you don't have to pay the cost until the damage is canceled.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're setting it up, you're planning to pay the cost.
Right.
You're orchestrating it so that you're not just blindly going into it. So I think you are planning on paying the cost. I don't think that's a fair assessment.
I think this can best be described as like a super Musashi then.
It is a super Musashi.
Super Musashi. If you really like Musashis, Alicization's a set for you.
Yeah.
Also notable is that this is off of a wind trigger, and Nick Cage is also off of a wind trigger. So
4 wind.
8 wind is awesome.
If you really like wind triggers, this is like Alice waifu that could work.
Yeah, I don't know if this set has a twin drive, but twin drive into wind is spicy.
So does anyone want to
twin drive?
Ooh.
Spoilers.
Well, does anyone want to be brave and give this card a letter?
I'm just gonna give it a B. I think it's playable, but I am not sure how good it is.
B as well. Just because it is a Musashi, but it's like a super Musashi. I like that about it.
Yeah, I would love to see somebody toy with this card and see just how potent it is in practice.
That's gonna be me.
All right, Tyler, get back to us on that.
I will.
I kind of agree. Like, Musashis are good finishers. Super Musashis are also good finishers by that logic. But it just seems good and not great at this point, at least. So, definitely potential.
All right.
I think this one's me. We got, I don't even know who this character is.
That's
Salka. Also
Salka.
Salka with the party. 500 frontal assist and act ability. Discard a card from your hand to choose a Flucklight character in your waiting room and return to your hand. Am I reading this right? It's an act ability, right?
What?
Startup is act, right?
Discard a card from your hand. Oh, and sacrifice this. Put this into the waiting room.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, is that like a repeatable drop searcher?
Yeah, that.
Okay, so...
It's okay.
It's an assistant that removes itself, kind of.
I really like this in standby decks, actually. I know playing No Game No Life, there's one of the promo cards. There's like this Tet box topper that's kind of similar, where it's you can sack it and discard a card to salvage.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're running like a standby deck and you kind of want like an additional way to access your waiting room on a later turn, you could run this as like a one-of, as like a potential standby target if you don't have something of the level you want, so that later on you can cash it in for what you actually want.
I think that's reasonable. That's a reasonable assessment, yeah.
And I mean, even until that point, you can still play this early because it has the 500 power assist. So I think there's like definitely a niche for it. I think it could be a very good one in standby decks, but again, this is limited to Flucklight trait only.
Right. This set does
which hinders it.
This set does not have a standby of its own, so it has to run empty heinous trap from ordinal scale in order to get access to standby.
I mean, which is fine, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So who wants to rate this one?
I think I'd give it like probably a D. I think like in that very specific scenario I was talking about, it could be useful as a one of, but the fact that this is a Flucklight card and deals with Flucklight characters, but you're now having to splash into a not Flucklight combo is a little bit weird.
Yeah, I think so. I think I agree.
Yeah, D sounds fair.
Yeah, I think most of these cards just want to be evaluated in the Flucklight bubble instead of in the general Sword Art bubble because they probably won't do much with Avatar and net decks.
Well, reflecting this in the normal Flucklight bubble, I'd give it an F. I think the only thing that makes it a D is the fact that if you are running a standby deck and want this kind of, a standby Flucklight deck, there's a little bit of a reason to run this.
Yeah.
You just want more waiting room access.
Fair enough.
All right, Tyler.
All right. What's this card called?
Alice.
Alice something, yeah.
Alice
Lifeline Chain. It's pay one, ditch one. When it's played, pay the cost. If so, look at the top 4, choose one, put it to your hand, rest a waiting room.
So something to note is it does not say choose one character. This can take climaxes and events.
Okay.
Ooh, this is really
Oh,
strong.
that's really good, yeah.
But it does require you discard a Flucklight character, so it can't filter climaxes from
This
your
is
hand.
similar to This is weird. This is like the opposite of something like say like the Petite Ron from Bang Dream or like the
Yeah.
I don't know, like other cards that will say like on play, pay one, ditch one, look at 3 cards, take one.
Right. Yeah, like the new Orisa too. Yeah.
So with this, comparing this to those, you get to look at an additional card, but at the cost of having to discard a character.
Yes.
Which
You
I
also
don't think
need
is
to
worth it.
reveal anything. I don't know if those other ones are.
No, it's just take a card on the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
I don't personally think the trade-off is worth it. I think one of the strength of those cards is that you can filter a climax or an unnecessary card.
Yeah.
This is forcing you to ditch a Flucklight character, and I don't think you're really finding anything in that 4th card that you're not finding in the first 3. Unless you really, really, really want to hit a climax.
I mean, I guess like in the late game turns, this can act as a pseudo look X to try to find your combo in the late game. A lot of the time during those late game turns, you have just dead level 0s in your hand anyway, so the cost is almost negligible.
True. I mean, maybe this is better. I mean, early on, like, do you really want to be discarding your climaxes, or would you rather be discarding like a level 3 character or something?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a good point, but
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I like it.
I don't think it's horrible. I mean, considering that I don't think Alicization has access to a card like Chibi Ron. This is their version of it. I think it's playable in an Alicization deck.
Yeah.
I think I'd at least give it a try. I think it's a B minus maybe. It's playable, but maybe not quite there.
I'm giving it a B plus. I like it. I see potential.
I'll give it a C plus. I feel like the
Yeah,
Chibi
so
Ron.
I.
I feel like the Chibi Ron effect is kind of like it's kind of a niche. Like maybe you want it, maybe you don't effect.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely worth considering. C isn't a bad rank, by the way. C is like kind of fringe, but like you might want it.
It mills 4. It's like
powerful in the right build.
It's like a mill 4 event, but on a character.
Oh, I do love Mill 4 events, and I do love characters. No, it's still C plus for me. But definitely consider this card. It's definitely worth it.
All right, next we have Asuna. How sweet. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, you can pay one, ditch one if you do search for an Avatar or Net character. So there's a drop searcher for Sword Art, or for Avatar and Net. When this card attacks, look at the top card of your deck, put it on the top or the bottom.
Like that. Oh, and also another footnote. God damn it! She's not
it's
an
not a
Asuna.
real Asuna.
She's not a real Asuna. Imposter Asuna.
Wow, thanks,
Hermione
Carmen.
Granger from Harry Potter. She has the wand and everything.
That's Pocky.
Yeah, I think that's candy of some sort. The card name is How Sweet.
Huh? Oh, house sweet. I thought you said house sweet, like a house.
Oh,
sweet. in a house.
SUITE.
Oh, like
No, it's
house sweet, huh?
Anyway, so this is a
God.
usable drop searcher for main nine Sao. Do you guys know if main nine Sao like didn't have this or something, or how useful
I
this would be?
mean, Bry told me that there was Boot Camp
There's
Sugu.
a Boot Camp Sugu. So Boot Camp Sugu is a drop searcher. She's a 3K and says your characters can't side attack.
Mhm.
I like this a lot better. I like the fact that this is. I'd rather have the less 1,000 power and have the utility of choose your trigger.
This is also something to note, a splashable yellow 0 in Sword Art, which is something they kind of
Something we don't have. You're right.
They kind
Yeah.
of struggled with before.
Oh man, this gets even better in standby switch too, because this isn't a standby. I'm gonna throw it away and have another chance to get a standby. Ooh, I like this a lot.
It sounds pretty good. Yeah.
Really good for standby switch. Ooh,
B, playable
I'm a
drop
big
search.
fan of
B
this one.
plus.
B for
I'm
drop,
also gonna. I'm gonna give it a B plus as well.
B for drop search.
I'm gonna
It's
bump
more
it
than
up.
drop search though.
I'm gonna bump it up to the A tier because drop searchers are perfectly good on their own, and now you're adding this other really good effect on it too. Another
That's
effect
fair.
that just completely synergizes with standby switch. You want more yellows and you want to hit more standbys. This helps you do both.
And it's a really good yellow fix.
It is.
Yeah.
Which is definitely something Sword Art needed.
I mean,
Very
you
good
can
card.
always run the naked off.
Well, yeah, but this is a additional yellow fix, especially if you need more yellow at 0.
Fair, yeah. For when you run more yellow.
It gives Naki Asuna a run for her money.
True.
All right, Zach.
Alice Sacred Arts Creation is a 2K backup for Fluchtlight.
We do like 2K backups.
What do we always give those? We always give them the same score.
B for backup.
Okay.
I don't know what I give them. I think I
don't
give
know
them
either.
C. I don't know.
I mean, this is fine. I'm just gonna give it a B as well.
Based on what I know, sometimes Alicization plays standby, and 2K backups are pretty good for protecting your standby targets. So,
Yeah.
They are.
All right.
Well, I like it. Nice and easy.
Let's move on.
Alice Sparkling Osmanthus. Am I on the right card?
Yes.
I have
Yeah.
no idea.
Alice Sparkling Osmanthus. I think. All your
is,
Flucklight
it is.
characters in front. She's a level 3. All your Flucklights in front of her get 2,000 power, and during this card's battle, your opponent can't use events. They can use backup. That's okay. This is weird. We'll get to that later, though. And when you play her, you bounce a card. This is a very peculiar card.
So this I'm pretty sure is one of the reasons that this set splashes the standby.
That's definitely a very interesting card. I like this a lot better than the
Attack and Waves Asuna.
If you're looking just for a card to put in the back row, I like the static effect of this better. Attack and Waves Asuna is good partially because it's a combo piece too. But I like the static effect of declining events a little bit better.
Yeah,
Which one's attacking waves?
It's the back row Asuna that gives memory kick.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah, but this card pretty much reads, haha AOT, you can't gear now.
You can't gear now. You can't use any sort of counter heal event that's becoming more popular.
Yeah.
I think in Japanese Fate Stay Night has that. I'm pretty sure Goblin Slayer has a counter event that heals you.
Yeah, this card's pretty juicy.
I like this card a lot.
It denies what are they called, money counters.
Plus if you hard play it, you get to bounce, which is also becoming extremely relevant in today's
I'm gonna
meta.
give it an A.
Especially, yeah. I think this is a very, very good card.
That's an A tier card, I think. Yeah.
A tier.
I would agree. Definitely could be a reason to splash standby and win in the Fluck deck. Neato.
All right.
Tie.
I think this is Andy.
Oh, is
Wait,
it?
I read the last one, didn't I?
Yeah,
did you?
it's Ty.
Oh, okay,
No, I'm pretty sure this is me.
I don't want to read more.
Asana virtual world information. When this becomes reversed, if the level of the battle opponent is level 0 or lower, it's a stock swap, and it has Encore.
Level 0 stock swap bomb with
Encore.
Not a huge
I
fan.
don't like hand on.
I'm
I'm not gonna hand on
Depends
for
on the
my
card.
0.
It depends on the
Fuck
card.
that. Fluck that. I'm not hand on coring a 0.
Because I feel like what's gonna happen is you're gonna attack them, you're gonna level them up, and there's no even reason to
Yeah.
Encore.
Right.
It's either that or you
let
hit
me
them
leave
to
you a
6 and they
reverse
just clock
target.
it.
I hate this card.
I really don't like it. I'm
I'm
Brian
gonna
on
give
this.
it like a D-.
I mean, at least it can float if you need it to, but Encore
Yeah.
and Bomb on the same card, I'm not thrilled with, especially
just-
0.
I
A
just
bomb
need the
being
plus
on its
'cause
own
it's
is
small.
fine.
It's a small power.
I can't really think of a scenario in which hand on core on a level 0 is ever really good.
You're going first and you fucking strike out on your mulligan.
I guess.
Just don't be a bad player. Just don't fuck up. Don't draw poorly. Yeah, not a fan.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right. We've got I don't know what Alice this is, but this is some level 0 Alice. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Fluctlight character, put it into your hand and ditch one. And when damage dealt by this card is canceled, you can put this into your stock. I like this card a lot.
That's pretty cool.
I like that too. That's pretty neat.
I like the top check filter effect on its own. So the fact that this has a potential to pop to stock is just icing.
This
on
is
the cake,
easier
I
to
think.
pop to stock than Nikki Asuna.
True.
Yeah, your opponent always cancels, always triple cancels. So
Yeah.
I really like this card. I like it a lot. Maybe not like hard A tier, but it's definitely I think it's a good card. I think it's a solid A tier good card.
I bet this will see a lot of play. I'm gonna give it a B+.
Yeah, I'm not giving it the A quite just because all it does is top check and do the take and ditch. It's like that's it, but I do like it overall.
We love taking ditch though.
You know, I'm gonna go with
It's
Brian
just
on
that-
this one.
It's just that cards that are take ditch usually have a more reliable second effect, like their 0 bombs for like regular cell, for instance.
All right. Well, the solution is
I don't know. In my Sunshine deck, I play this vanilla Mari that draws and discards when you play it, and it's pretty fucking good. So, like, this is, like, just on play, draw ditch is, like, surprisingly decent. And then it has another beneficial effect on top of it. I feel like what Brian's saying, the fact that, you know, it's a decent effect to start with, and then the second effect is just icing.
Mhm.
I can kind of get behind that. I think he convinced me on that.
I think
Give it the bump up to A-.
the spicy play is to run this with a 2-soul.
That's pretty clever, actually. I like that.
All right.
Alice, one summer event on play. If another of their characters of the Kirito and or Yu-Gi-Oh is in
Whoa! This isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! This is Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's what it says though. It says Yu-Gi-Oh. See?
It's like Europe and geology. We talked about this earlier, by the way.
No, it's Europe and Geology.
Geology.
Oh shit, geology. I love geology.
Anyway, when another one of our characters with Kirito or in Yu-Gi-Oh in the same is placed from hand stage, this gets 1000 power in the Bento trait.
Wow.
And when their opponent's triggered trick reveals a climax, choose one of our characters, and that character gets 2k power to end the turn. So,
No.
no.
This card fucking sucks.
No, it's. I'm trying to figure out if there's any merit to this card at all. I hate it.
If you're such a shitty player that you let yourself get blown out at 0 and you can play this and then slam a full 5-card field, you're still losing because it's terrible. This card sucks. This is the worst card I've ever seen in my life. This is legitimately the worst Weiss card I've ever seen.
It's pretty... well, it's so bad Andy deleted his box.
Oh no, I messed up.
What'd you do?
I was trying.
Alright, well, next card.
Next card.
Let's forget about that.
This is
I just want to
F-tier bento right
Oh
there.
boy. Alright, we got a sad crying Alice. When this card is reversed, if it's a higher level, you can memory kick it.
It's good.
Ooh boy.
Good card.
That's fucking lame.
That's playable. It's playable, though.
I think it's lame. I think it's super
playable
lame.
but lame. Yeah, I'll give it just a...
Yeah, this is like worse than a good card. This is a lame card.
It's boring
'Cause-
for sure, but it's
Yeah.
useful.
Usually these suicide effects at level 2 for a higher level character will be like a clock kick or a memory kick or something that's like, or a bottom deck.
Yeah, what, you guys don't like memory compressing your opponent?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. It's like you have a negative effect of memory compressing your opponent instead of a beneficial effect of like bottom decking them.
I am gonna drop that down to a B- on second thought, after considering for a second. But
it's like a good option if you just need
it's potentially useful.
to get rid of something, but there are better options in every other set, right?
Is this maybe better against Sunshine where they can't get their, LittleAkiba back?
That's an option, yeah.
True, but I mean, you're comparing this to stock kickers or clock kickers or bottom deckers.
Yeah.
I mean, bottom deck does the same thing, but it's more beneficial to use free damage.
And clock kick and stock kick also don't let them get the yo back either.
Yeah, it's fine. It's playable.
Yeah, it's fine.
Next card.
Hey, it's Vanilla.
Oh, whose
Whoa!
turn is it?
Tyler.
I think it's me.
Alright, what's the card name, Tyler?
Alice Unexpected Arrival. Vanilla 3K.
Whoa, it's an oversize.
It's basically an oversize.
Does she combo with something else?
Probably.
I don't think so.
Vanilla's
I think
almost
she's just a plain...
Vanilla's almost
Like-
always combo with something.
A recent
I
trend
don't
I've been
think she
seeing
does,
is,
bro.
like, usually there's some real shit combo that goes with a 3K. And I'm usually like, wow, that's pretty good. And Carmen's usually here to tell me no. But he's not this time, so I think we're going to get a good rating this time. So
We love basketball, man.
I'm going to give Basketball Alice a C+, in hope that we get a other half of this combo.
Gets a B.
I don't think there is...
B for basketball?
No, B for basically an oversize.
Oh, okay. It just really depends what combos with this.
Yeah.
All right,
We'll
we
see.
have
Evaluate.
Alice, Spectacular Complete Control, 004K. All of your characters gain the following ability. When this card is reversed in battle, put it at the bottom of your deck.
Bad.
I don't think it's horrible. 4Ks are... It's not F tier, but it's not good.
This is shit.
It is F tier, Brian.
We love 4Ks.
This is bad.
We love big...
Imagine playing this later in the game and then getting all your shit bottom decked.
Well,
And
okay.
losing because you're giving your opponent 3 damage.
I'm just gonna delete my box.
Another bad one.
Oh god.
This isn't basically an oversize. This is basically shit. Don't like it. Oh! Asuna gets a
Asuna.
lightsaber in this show too?
I don't think so.
Just for the
Holy
first
shit.
episode, they're in Gun-Gale.
Oh, is that when Silica's on the turret on top of the
Yeah,
truck?
she was just machine gunning everyone, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Asuna
sick.
confronting the PK Squadron. On their turn, if you know another character with Kyutro in his name, this goes to 7k. When a direct attack, she gets an extra soul.
That's spicy.
So,
I love spicy cards.
7K.
Do you really want to be swinging for 3 though?
That's
Yes,
2.
always.
And then again, if you have a climax,
It's when
swinging
it's
for
when it's
4.
direct.
Direct
Oh, with
attack.
direct attack, so yeah, 3.
Yeah, I mean your opponent
Oh.
always eats 3.
I mean, you can play this with the 2-1 nail, swing for 5.
Ooh.
Then you're playing Disgaea, and it's awesome.
I feel like this would have the tendency to swing big a lot more often than not. I feel like you don't want to combine this with a climax.
I don't think it's fantastic. It's at 4K during
I
your
think
opponent's
it's
turn,
fun, so I'm going to give it a C.
and it usually swings for a little bit too much, but it proved me wrong.
Okay.
I'm going to agree with Brian, but I'm going to give it the plus because it's Weiss. You can sometimes just sack your way to victory. You can just Weiss them.
I mean, that's true. Soul Rush Sword Art is born. So this
But I like the fact that it's just like it's almost a conditionless 107K if you have the Kirito Brainstormer in the back or something.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, now that you just brought that up, I just realized that it's a 104K, but when it direct attacks, it gets a soul, but it only gets the 3K on your turn. So it's you have to choose one or the other to direct attack.
Also, these effects are mutually exclusive too. Like the 3K power doesn't matter if you're direct attacking.
Right.
Yeah. So you get one or the other.
You get one or the other. It's still a good pinch hitter in that sense, though.
That's a D for me.
I still think I'm sticking with a D plus.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So this card is this is Avatar trait. This is for OG Sword Art instead of Alicization Sword Art.
Did OG Sword Art need this card?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think
OG Sword Art had the better version of the 1-0 Kirito that all the Asunas give him souls and power. He just doesn't have Encore. What's that called?
Which one?
The $20 Kirito that looked
the termination of life on the
No, it's
like $20 Kirito.
He's like an uncommon, Bri. I played that in a deck once.
Are you talking about the 1/1, the one that you played standby with?
Oh yeah, he's a 1/1 with the 1-0 Asuna.
Gentle Expression Kirito?
Yeah, Gentle Expression Kirito. That's pretty much this but it's worse.
Sure, okay.
Alright, Andy. Take us away from the next one.
Okay, PK Fire. What's after PK Fire? We have... Where's this card? Oh my god, I don't know. I'm just gonna wing it. We have King Arthur, Saber, Alice. On your turn, if you have another character with Kirito, she gets 3k. Oh! Never seen that effect before. When she attacks, you can put the top card of your library in your waiting room. For each soul trigger icon on it, this has one soul. This is shittier than last!
This was like the same card, but worse, yeah.
Well, actually, you can...
No, this is better.
No,
this is better.
Because you have a potential of getting both of them.
Okay, so this card mills. Mill is good. Gets you to second deck faster.
Alright, that makes it a C at least.
And then it gets soul. So
maybe, but
you don't have to mill.
You don't have to direct either.
No,
you don't have to mill.
Yeah, you don't have to direct, so I like that much better.
So in a similar vein to the Asuna, when this card attacks, if you trigger a soul, it gets a soul. So it's like direct attacking.
Well, you don't trigger the soul, you mill it.
Right. Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
C
minus. This card's still shit.
Yeah, it's still bad.
Yeah.
It's a lot more useful, I think.
We'll get 2 points.
It's better than the other one, so I'm giving it a C minus.
Yeah, I agree.
I just get an extra plus for me. Not even C.
Wow. Why you gotta be like that, man?
All right, next card.
Why can't Alice be better, Zach?
I don't know. I didn't watch the show.
Who's this?
Yeah, me either. I couldn't tell you either.
Is this
Tyler? Yeah.
Sure.
Selka, Feelings for Sister. When this is placed from hand to stage, choose one of your Fluct-like characters, one of your other Fluct-like characters, and they get 1,000. When it direct attacks, choose one of your other characters and gets 15.
This is like that Sakta from Bunny Girl, but not nearly as good.
The Sakata is so much better, Bri. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what I said. Not as good.
Yeah, Bri.
Bri, this is a level 1.
Oh wait, this is level 1. This card sucks.
Yeah.
Never mind. Forget I said anything.
What's the Sakta?
It doesn't give you soul. It's a level.
The Sakta reads your middle character gets 1,500 when this direct attacks. It gets a soul, or it gives something.
It gives anything you want a soul.
And how big is the other one?
The Sakta's at level 0.
The Sakata's like 1,500, I think.
Oh, it's a 0 though.
Yeah, it's a 0.
Yeah,
which makes
that's definitely a bit better. What is with all these damn direct attack cards.
I mean, we're going
Alright.
through the commons.
we're in the
Okay.
chaff now. Yeah. All right, let's move on.
All right, Brian.
Alice, girl who wants to return. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, you may discard a card. If you do, choose a level 0 or lower character in your waiting room and put it onto your stage.
Ooh.
No.
Summon a brainstormer that you milled.
Place it on any slot?
I mean,
What?
I guess finding your brainstormer is like the best
Ah!
card. All right.
This is
I
so
mean,
bad.
the best thing it can do is it can get rid of.
Yeah, it filters climaxes and
Filters climax,
maybe
yeah.
finds you your brainstormer. D for not, maybe potentially useful sometimes.
D for trying.
What I'm getting is when I'm opening my boost to Sal Alicization, I'm gonna take the rare, set it aside, and put everything else immediately in the garbage. That's how you open packs from this set. Don't
So
run this
far,
card
the
ever.
commons
Don't
are
be
not
tricked.
good.
The commons are not good so far, no. But the rares and double rares have been decent.
Ugh.
A couple uncommons weren't bad too. Well, here's the changer
Yeah,
now.
let's talk about the
All right,
ocean
here's
turtle.
the long-awaited ocean turtle. On play, if you have another avatar in net, draw a card, discard a card from your hand, and take the top card of your library and put it to stock. Climax combo, when the shot is in your climax zone, you can pay to sacrifice this. Choose if that is my answer, also in your waiting room, put it and place it to the slot this card was in. And this is not a real Asuna.
I didn't realize the
This is not a real Oscar, by the way.
disclaimer, not a real Asuna. I did not realize the change was a climax combo. That makes it a little bit worse. You
Yeah.
probably just run vanilla Musashi without this.
Yeah.
It's a shot.
It is a
Okay, well, hold on. On play, you
draw dish.
draw ditch and
blind
it's free.
stock.
She's free,
Yep.
Oh, she blind stocks
Effectively.
too.
but you have to pay 2 for the combo.
And sack it, yeah.
Uh,
And the combo is just the change.
the combo just lets you pay 2 and play a Musashi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is essentially what it comes down to.
Eh,
That's kind of lame.
Yeah.
The combo went with something else, which I doubt it does.
I don't think so, no.
I'm gonna give it.
I don't
Because
even
after this-
think playing a Musashi at level 2 is that good.
Yeah.
No,
No.
it's not. You want
But
to play.
the effect doesn't trigger every turn, it's just the turn it enters.
Yeah.
The Musashi's a double rare because Musashis are fucking good. This card is a common because you're never gonna play it. You just hard play the Musashi. That's what
I'm
you
just
do.
gonna
It's
give
not
it a D
finisher.
minus.
Yeah.
It gives you the luxury of running shot.
I'm gonna give it a fucking F minus because
Whoa.
you're running a goddamn useless climax in your deck to play this.
I can't wait till we go to Springfest and lose to this card.
You know what? That's
Oh,
fair. I'm
well.
gonna give
Yeah,
that.
I
an F,
can't
'cause
wait. I can't
I
wait
don't
till
want.
it happens too. I'll fucking quit the game. I'll save so much money.
All right.
Hey, dumplings.
Me.
Andy, this is you. Yep.
These are the dumplings from Sesame Inn down the street. We got. That's a joke you wouldn't get, Zach.
I'm sort of that kind of laugh at it because it's funny.
We all live near this Chinese place called the Sesame Inn.
Awesome.
Yep.
Tyler, Brian, we do. It's like right down the street from you.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, that specific Sesame Inn, yes.
Yes. Anyway, search your library. 3-1. Search your library for... and a Kirito. Add to hand. Put this in memory. I think the fact that this goes to memory is a little bit deceptive because you're already at level 3 and you, at that point, why are you memory compressing? Doesn't really matter at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it thins your deck. It searches for 2 things, which is
Now it is a pay 1 search 2 that doesn't require a discard. There are effects like I know Madoka has it. It's like a 2-1 event that
Mhm.
searches 2, discard a card.
Yeah.
Because it's a level 3, you don't have to discard the card. But the going to memory effect is a little bit negligible at this point, and you have to search specifically a Kirito and an Alice.
I'm just gonna give that a D. That's really underwhelming.
I think this card's bad.
I'm gonna give it
Again.
I'm gonna give it a C minus. It might be niche. I don't think it's very good, but it might do something at some point.
Unless there's some other combo with this card, I think you'd be an idiot to run it.
Yeah, I mean,
Or unless like there's something where you really need an Alice and a Kirito. But again, I haven't seen the whole set, so.
I mean, we've gone through basically all the yellow characters at this point, and there's been like what
Well,
one
we
or
got
two.
one more.
it's another event.
It's an event, but
Yeah.
so like of the Alice's we've seen, there's been like what one or two that have been like really good. There haven't been that many. Most of them have been pretty standard.
If you're searching for an Alice at level 3, it's probably the combo finisher Alice. I don't think there's much else you'd want to search for.
Well, oh yeah, the Musashi's an Asuna,
It's an
isn't it?
Asuna, yeah.
So yeah, this is a super Musashi.
I think most people would look at this card and knee-jerk reaction, give it, whoa, memory compression, that's so good, but no, it's a level 3, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
That's my evaluation of it.
Alright.
Alright, take us home.
Alright, Natsuki Aki, Sergeant 2nd Class. It's a 3-1 counter backup. If you do not have a Fluct-like character, you cannot play this. You may put the top card of your clock into your waiting room, choose one of your characters, and that character gets 2,500. Send it to memory.
Send this card to memory.
That seems,
Whoa, that's a spicy one.
that seems potentially playable.
That is very
So it
good.
heals and does 2,500.
2,500 backup.
2,500 backup, heal memory compression.
That's
But
not
it's an
bad.
event.
Ooh. Still
Yeah,
good.
It is an event,
Yeah.
so you can't really rely on drawing it, but it is in
I
its
think that'll be a fun.
in its own right.
This card would be good with the that 0/0 Alice that can draw the events.
Oh, the one that looks at top 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If you're just
I
trying to
guess.
like heal and live forever, this card's good. This is a lot of good effects on one card.
hmm
That's all I can really say, but I don't know how playable
All for
it is.
one cost.
Yeah, for one, you're backing up, you're healing, you're compressing,
At level 3, admittedly.
but it's level 3. If this were a 2 on, it'd be busted
Yeah.
S tier.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
at level 3, I mean, it's still good. I just don't know how to evaluate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it.
It's weird.
I'm gonna give it a B-, and I'll see how it is after we
C.
play test it.
Me too. B- is exactly
Yeah.
what I was thinking. I think it's playable, but maybe just on the cusp because it's an event you can't search.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
of what makes this card good is just its cheap cost.
It has a lot of good effects, but it seems a little unreliable.
hmm
Like, you might just have to hold it a whole bunch. And then again, at that point, if you're just living that turn and then swinging back and killing them, the memory compression doesn't mean. And likely the 2,500 doesn't mean too much either.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but there's definitely some potential here. That's a lot of text on one card. You know, that's a lot of effect.
I think if this set had a more reliable way to get events into hand, this card might be significantly stronger.
I agree.
Hey, maybe if Sword Art Alicization gets a bunch of fucking episodes, and we get another, if we get to like 100 episodes or 200 episodes, and we get another Alicization set.
Well, there's already.
I mean, this is just the season 1. They're definitely
Yeah,
gonna make
maybe-
season
there's
2.
already a second season that doesn't have a Weiss set, so it's definitely possible.
Maybe there's something else that would go with this,
Maybe.
or another strategy that would emerge that would really use this. If this were like in a set like ReZero, imagine combining this with Rem.
Oh, good lord.
That would be disgusting. But I mean, if you're playing standby
I'm
and
puking.
you're walling up well, this might be a reasonable play just to dirtle as well as you can at level 3, especially if the set compresses. I have no idea if it does.
Print this card into ReZero, and I'll give it an A+, maybe even an S. But for now, I'm sticking with my C+.
Yeah, I remember the nurse character from ReZero. That's
Just put it on a fucking Betty or something. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in and watching this time. If you like the video and you enjoy our content, comment and tell us how great we are. Slap like and subscribe if you're so kind enough to do so.
Don't forget to ring the bell, you guys.
Yeah, ring the bell too.
So you don't miss another one of our uploads.
If you love getting pinged, hit that bell. But please slap like. We'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time, guys, for green.
For green.
Over and out.